Hello. Welcome back to Fallout. We are going to continue with our character, Benevolent Bonnie, and we are going to start building up 10 Pines Bluff. I'm already seeing problems with the video freezing up. And I think the resolution is just too high with the new update for Fallout, so bear with me. This is going to lag a little bit. But come next video, we'll take care of that lag. I'll probably just bring the resolution down to 720p since 1040 apparently doesn't work. If anybody knows how to fix that, let me know. All right, leave something in the comments for me. But besides that, if this video does help you out a little bit, or if it's just you like it, it's entertaining enough, give me a like. And I like getting feedback from anybody who watches my videos, so feel free to leave any comments. Anyway, so we're gonna go to work. I'm going to rebuild this house back here a little bit later in the video, and I think to make it easier, I'm going to have to get rid of the rad roaches and the bed and everything that's in the house. So right now it's dark out. I'm going to put a bed down in their little hut over here, and I'm going to wait until daytime to actually record the rest of this. So we'll go from there. All right. See you in a second. All right. It's daytime, so we can actually see what we're doing a little bit. I mean, minus the lags, of course. It's frustrating, yeah. I'm just going to do 720 next video because this is ridiculous. Hopefully that works it. Hopefully it works it out. Anyway, so they got a lot of food here. I'm going to count it all real quick, and then we'll go from there. So I'm just going to count the food real quick. I'm going to speed this up. All right, their food was a little goofy. It wasn't an even number, and that each piece of fruit or veggie, whatever you're growing, you need to have 2 plants to equal produce 1 fruit or 1 veggie, 1 piece of food basically. So I just fixed that so they have 24 plants that grow food. So their food's fine, and I'm going to give them more water a little bit later. Right now, I'm going to put a roof on this shack of theirs because it leaks, and I can't get rid of the beds that are in the shack. So the next best thing to do would be to put a roof on top of it. Now you can just put the roof on top of it by itself, and it will highlight in blue or green, whatever it is on your game. And then you have to kind of make a funky roof, but I mean, as long as the roof, you have some sort of roof over the shack, you're fine. I'm using some settlement building items off of the DLC Far Harbor. However, you can use the regular wood or metal items in the building, the settlement building, to do this. Anyway, I'm going to just try to make this prettier, and I'm going to speed this up because you basically saw what needs to be done, and we're going to go from there. Basically, all I did here was just try to make it prettier. It didn't work too well, but I mean, I got the roof on. So we'll move on to making some defense. Instead of just putting the defense on the ground, I think I'm going to go into the wood structures, go to miscellaneous. And in the miscellaneous, I'll find these, I don't know exactly what they're called, just wood miscellaneous. All right, well, these things. And I'm just going to put a bunch of them around part of the settlement. They basically kind of work like foundation pieces for like a house. And I'm just going to kind of throw them around. I'm going to try to fill up maybe, I don't know, a quarter of the border of this settlement with them, and I'm going to start putting some turrets down. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting machine gun turrets around the border of the settlement. I'm going to use both the heavy machine gun turrets and the regular machine gun turrets. Either one works just as good as the other, except the heavy machine gun turrets give you 8 defense, while the light machine gun turrets only give you 5 defense. Plus, the light machine gun turrets use less material, and the amount of material that you have to use extra for another 3 defense is a little much. So I usually just stick with the light machine gun turrets. There's other things you can put up here, like laser turrets and shotgun turrets and a spotlight. All those take power. The shotgun turret doesn't really have much of a range, so it's not good to put around like the border. It'll probably be better to put maybe like in the middle of the settlement, so if a raider or something gets into the middle of the settlement, then that shotgun turret can probably blow them away without any problem. But I would like to stop super mutants or raiders, or I don't know, rad scorpions, whatever it is, showing up and getting into my settlement to begin with. So I just kind of stick with the machine gun turrets. I mean, the laser gun turrets look cool, but they use power. So once again, depending on how much scrap you have, that use your discretion is, I guess, the best I can say. In my opinion, the best type of defense to use would be the machine gun turrets. I mean, I guess that's a good start. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some water pumps around. I don't know if they have like a lake or a pond nearby, so I kind of want to use one of the bigger water pumps, but I don't think I'm going to be. Yeah, I wanted to use this one, but I don't see any like lakes or anything around, so I'm probably just going to stick with the regular lever pumps and maybe one of the DLC pumps. There is one that you can put in the ground. I'll show you that. I don't remember which DLC. I think it's the Wasteland Workshop DLC, but I'm not 100% sure. But one of them will give you that water pump. I mean, it's not really necessary. It's just more for looks than anything. The regular lever pumps, they work just as good. This is the water pump I was talking about. I think that's the Wasteland Workshop. But anyway, I'm just gonna go with just these regular lever water pumps because they work. They're with the game when the game first came out, and they're smaller than the other water pumps. They don't take power to use, so they just seem to be a little more efficient, I guess, in a lot of ways than the other ones. Just in case, I guess I'll throw some defense near them in case raiders or something come from this side and start taking out the water pumps. I don't really know where the enemies spawn from, but we're just gonna go with that. And I'm gonna move all this crap out of this house too, and I'm gonna start trying to fix up this house a little bit. So give me a second here. Let me get rid of this stuff, and I'll get back to it. Really quick before I forget, I also want to put some Brahmin feeders down. You can find them in resources and miscellaneous. If any of the settlements come with any Brahmin, the Brahmin will feed out of these, and they'll produce fertilizer for you. That is the main ingredient in jet. Just so if you have plastic and jet, you can make plastic and fertilizer. You can make jet, is what I mean. So this whole section of the video I made in CapCut, and it's glitchy for some reason. The last time I used CapCut, the same thing happened. So I'm going to add this to another video that I made trying to build 10 Pines Bluff up, and we'll see if that works in VN. So first things first, we're going to get some new flooring on this house. The trick here is basically what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to set up the floor, see what about how, where it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to take the floor out, which I'm doing right now. And I'm going to start putting a wall on it. And I'm going to try to set this wall up. It's going to be 3 or 4 deep. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4. All right, so I'll probably start with 4. I'll make the wall about 4 walls deep. And we're probably going to have to move some stuff out the way. Press down the A button or the X button on the PlayStation controller and hold it down to highlight a whole group of stuff. And let me just move this stuff out the way. This is going to be like a long part of a video. I'm just going to show you, okay, you start with this and then I'm going to speed up some other stuff once we get going here. So we try to fit this wall as close as we can to like the actual wall that's on the busted down house. And once we do that, it looked like it was like pretty good. I'm going to start building up the roof. I'm going to build up the roof, and I'm probably going to build up some sidewalls, and then we're going to try to place everything together in that busted down house and try to like literally rebuild the thing. Once this process is done, the hard part is just trying to make it work, like get it like even to where it needs to be, close everything up. I'm guessing on the computer it's a lot easier, but like I've said before, a lot of the stuff that I do is on consoles, whether it's on a Xbox of some sort or a PlayStation of some sort. It doesn't really matter to me. It's usually one or the other, and everything kind of, if it works for the one version of the game, it usually works for the other one. I haven't seen any like problems that vary between the PlayStation and the Xbox versions too much. Even the setup on the controllers is pretty much identical. For example, like the RB button is the R1 button. The RT button is the R2 button. R3 and L3 are both the joysticks, the push down. Those are the buttons. I think they're called the same on both the Xbox and the PlayStation controllers. So whichever version of console you have, what I'm doing right here, it should work either way. I'm going to be trying to use a lot of the original pieces of settlement building that you can actually use instead of like the add-ons, because I don't know if the add-ons come with the new download or not. But anyway, I'm going to speed this up, try to set this all up, and just kind of show you how I put this house together. If you want me to go into more detail, I guess I could. There's another settlement somewhere that's identical. There's a house identical on to this one on the other settlement somewhere. Can't remember where it is, but if you wanted to get a more in-depth version of what I'm doing here, we can try that at the other settlement once I find it, and I'll kind of do a step-by-step guide. It's not going to be perfect, especially if I'm using the original items that come with the vanilla game, but this is what I want to do so far. All right, let me speed this up. All right, really quick, another trick. If you go to decoration, go to floor coverings, and go to the floor mat, and you put the floor mat in front of like some walls that you want to use and kind of have them clip into other walls that you already used, highlight the floor mat and the other 2 walls or 3 walls, whatever you use together. Make sure that the floor mat's a couple inches in front of the actual walls, but all 3 or 4 of the items should glow together. And then if you do that properly, you can actually clip the walls into some other walls and whatnot that you've already put down. This will kind of get rid of a lot of, like, the extra space and the jankety style that this game tends to leave you with. Just kind of like makes the setup a little bit cleaner looking, and the mat trick, the floor mat trick has been there since day one. It's a good little trick. Experiment with it a little bit and give it a go, and you'll probably appreciate the little exploits, I guess you can put them or call them. By using it. Anyway. All right, just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to speed the rest of this back up. So for the rest of the section of this video, I'm just going to build up this house and make it look good. I'm probably going to put a store in there, or maybe I'll just, turn it into like a little, a shanty house for somebody. I want to do what I can to start building up this settlement like I have with previous settlements, and try to make it look good for any settlers that are looking for a new place. And, we'll go from there. Basically, as of right now, I'm just going to finish building this house up, and then I'm going to finish working on 10 Pines Bluff, and we'll get to it, all right? All right, let's go see if this section glitches up or not. Okay, so this was the house that I was working on with the section that I did in CapCut. And just really quickly, I think I want to put a switch on there, because I haven't showed you how to do that yet, I don't think. So I'm going to put a switch on this house, and I'm going to set the switch up to a generator, which turns the lights on and everything. And of course, I'm not going to be able to keep it up there. I'm probably going to have to bring the generator down. But anyway, I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to show you how it works real quick, and we'll go from there. All right, so I kind of got everything where I want it to be for right now. So this is how the switch works. So yeah, see, it turns the lights off, and then we'll go back. Generator's on. The generator's line goes to the switch. You turn the switch on. It goes to the little electricity port, and the electricity port turns on the light. That's all that works like. That's just a little thing you can go and experiment with if you want. I'm going to throw up a recruitment beacon and see who shows up. We have an extra little bit of power left, so I might as well just throw it onto that same generator, and we'll start getting some new people here. Yep, I think that's the plan. Alright, so that's done. I decided to move the generator again, kind of away from the house a little bit. I don't know, it was bugging me where it was. And in a short time, we have 4 people in this settlement somewhere. I don't know where they all are. I know that there's one of the traveling caravan guys, but they're not settlers. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out where the people went. But since we have a couple extra, I'm gonna see if I can find one of the other settlers, and I'm gonna make them work the bar like I have done in older videos. The bar, just like a few other things, they produce happiness, and you want to try to get your happiness up to 100 because, why not? The settlers prefer it that way. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. I don't know where to put this bar. Do I want to put it in here? I mean, I guess I can just throw it in here for now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to throw it in here for now because this video is getting kind of long, and I know that a lot of people's they're not going to get this far. I know that because by this time I'd be getting bored too and move on to something else. So anyway, yeah, I think this is where I'm going to leave the video. I hope what I've done kind of helped you. I'm going to assign someone to this bar, and then we'll just assign him. We'll call it a day. Yeah, I hope it helped you. I mean, if you liked it, please leave a like. I appreciate it. If you have any comments or, anything you want to tell me, please leave them below. And, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. I have a couple more new subscribers, which is pretty cool. I think I'm up to like 32 now, last I checked, which, that's kind of neat. I know it isn't a whole lot, but it's still kind of neat. Anyway, thanks for your time. Hope you have a good day. Bye now.